What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Let me know if you can hear me okay.
I can.
Okay, great. First of all, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for this show. I am a fat black baby mama,
Okay.
and I'm working like my hair is on fire.
Uh,
I found out about all this too late, and I am working like you advise the women who want a high value, high earning man just to get the better quality of men that typically are drawn to women like me. So I appreciate this opportunity to chat with you wholeheartedly. I grew up in high poverty, low income, fatherless neighborhoods.
okay.
And because of it, I went through a period of really just eating my feelings. So I know you're gonna ask, how'd you get all that weight on you? Eating my feelings.
So
Very early.
how?
Well, I mean, there's really only one way you can get weight on you. Like it's by calorie intake. No one can just stand there being a normal person and just gain weight. Like we know how you got there.
How old are
Early,
you?
my mom realized that I could be.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
All right. So what do you?
33.
So what do you want to get out of? So what? Okay. So the outcome you want to achieve from this show, this conversation is what? What is you trying to? What is you trying to? What's the outcome you're trying to achieve?
I'm on a path now that not many people agree with. And I guess just I'm listening to your show, just some reassurance, your opinion on the potential success of all of this,
What do
or
you
I'm
want?
going to keep going.
What do you want? I don't know what all this means.
I want to be married in the next 2 to 3 years. I would love to not have to pay significant bills, but there's a probability that I may have to pay
How
some of the
many?
bills, not
How many
significant
children do
bills.
you have?
I am a mom of one.
Okay. And what did you go to college?
I graduated from college.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an IT manager.
At 33, do you
Yes,
want to have any more children?
I would like to become either a stepmom or have at least one other child of my own,
So
based on what my
the
husband
answer
thinks.
is you'd
The
be
answer is
open
yes.
to it, but preferably not really.
No, I want
You
more
said become
children.
a stepmom, which means you don't birth another one, or at
No,
most,
I let,
you want to birth one.
yes, yes,
Okay.
but kind of based on what my husband would like to, depending on how that works. Because I don't think it
Okay.
would be my decision
Slow down.
alone.
Slow down. Slow down. Take it down a few. Okay. 33. I don't know why so many women who are, and when I say this, women get upset. Average women all got to have all these high value men. I don't understand it. If you worked at Walmart, would you want a high value man?
If I worked at Walmart, would I want to?
All
I
things
really
being
have to look at myself to see.
okay,
I
ma'am.
don't.
If you had a job, okay, ma'am. The question is simple. If you made $30,000 or $40,000 a year, would you want a high value man? If you didn't have a college degree, would you want a high value man?
Yes, yeah.
Why? Okay. Let me ask you this question: do you think that's normal?
So one of the things
Do
I
you
want to
think
share with you.
no. Do you think that's normal for women who are with a high school degree working just right above minimum wage, 20, 15, $20 an hour? Do you think women like that want high value men?
Oh, I misunderstood. No, I'm sorry. That's not normal.
No, it's not. So why do you get that?
So when I said high value man, I am a new listener, and when I said that I
What does high value men
wanted,
sound like to you?
okay, I may not have the correct definition, but what I am looking for is a man that would come to the table earning close to what I make.
So stop right there. See where we're already at? This is what I said earlier. You want a man based upon your education and income. Unfortunately, you've out-earned your SMV, sexual marketplace value. Do average
true.
women get above average men?
Average looking women.
Do
Get
average
high
women
earners?
get
I don't.
above
I
average
don't think
men?
average looking women. I don't think the average looking women would get the high earners.
So that would be
So no.
No, but she's talking about the high earners, not even high earners. You don't have to add the high. They typically don't get high earners. They get average earners. That's just the truth. But, of course, this woman is using her education and money to pretty much say, well, this is where my standard is now. And a lot of women do it. But, you know, Kevin said something that was very interesting, that he's actually like one of the first people I've heard say this. A lot of women out-earn or out-degreed their sexual marketplace value. They're either out-earning, out-educating, out-prophesizing, whatever it is. It's way over the sexual market value. So essentially, if you look like a person that's a 4, that is below average, no amount of money and education can make up for that for you. Because you're going to be looking for someone on that same level, but they want something too.
no. So why do you?
Why do I want a high earner?
No. Why do you? Why do you in particular?
Why do I want a high earner or someone that earns close to
Okay,
an
ma'am.
earner?
It's just very simple logic. You can answer the question when it's not you, but when it comes to you, it all of a sudden gets gray. Do average women get high value men, or do average women get above average men, high earning men? You said no.
No.
Then why do you?
Why do I want that?
No, why do you get it? Why do you think that's even a problem?
Oh,
Why is
most
that even,
women don't get it.
but
in
why
my
do
range.
you?
No.
Okay, so you want a man based upon your income. He's in line with your income.
I'm shooting for the moon with the possibility to land at the stars, if that makes sense.
All right.
Meaning I'm willing to do the work.
All right. No,
to get to the moon.
ma'am. All right. And this is when it starts to get, people start to say I'm being mean. But ma'am, how tall are you?
I'm only 5'5".
Dress size?
I am a size 16.
How much did you weigh at your last weigh-in?
Okay, at my last weigh-in, I was 276 pounds. I am now 222 pounds.
How many rich or wealthy or successful men go out and get 300-pound women?
None of them. All of the men that are high earners in my city have very petite, beautiful women.
So, ma'am, why are you setting yourself up for failure?
Well, like I said earlier, I'm willing to put in the effort of a woman because I've got to work a little harder, as you can tell. I'm willing to put in the effort of a woman
You're how tall?
that's looking for that.
Stop.
I'm only 5'5".
I know.
Just to get a guy that's
you're not going to overtalk me.
Oh, I'll stop talking.
How much weight would you have to lose to get to a normal weight, healthy weight?
I am on track now.
How much weight?
To lose an additional
How much weight would you have to lose to get to a healthy weight?
And
100 pounds. When was the last time you weighed 120 pounds?
It's been a long, I would say probably in my teenage high school years.
So this is going to be uncomfortable, man. You can talk a good game. You can have all the buzzwords. And I really feel sad for our sisters that have gotten like this because our culture and our media has fed this. That women who are 300 pounds can sit back and think just because they can manifest and Lizzo and everything else, that all they got to do is, I can just decide to work really hard. Ma'am, you're 33 with a child, a 33-year-old baby mama who's 300 pounds wanting a high value man. No, you need a man, an average everyday man, and you'd be lucky and fortunate to get one of those.
Yes, that's my goal.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
sir.
You said you want a high value man, somebody earning what you're earning. How much do you earn?
I earn over 6 figures, but
And that's not. And how
I
many
don't
men
expect
earn
that.
over that?
I don't. They're not coming.
How
my
many
way,
men
sir.
earn over 6 figures? What percentage of men earn over 6 figures in this country?
I don't.
What
well,
percentage of
looking at
men do
black
you
men, I would
think?
say.
What percentage of men do you think earn over 6 figures in this country?
I would say somewhere in the teens, between 15
10%.
to
10.
12%.
Oh, okay, okay, ma'am. Why didn't you marry your baby daddy?
He left.
Why'd he leave?
He left because he didn't want to be with me anymore.
No,
He's
no,
just
no, 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 no,
co-parenting.
no, no, no. How old is your child?
We have an 8-year-old.
And you graduated from college at what age?
I had to go back because I took some time off to work. I was about
Can you just answer a
20.
direct question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
I'm
age did
chatty
you?
and conversational. I was about 26, maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Honestly, this would drive the men you're talking about would drive up a storm. Is your baby daddy earning more than you?
No, he's not.
No. What does he do for a living?
He's a barber.
So what I need you to listen to is this. This is your story. I'm a woman who's 33 years old, mother of an 8-year-old. I weighed close to 300 pounds. My child's father is a barber. Yet, because I went to college and I have a degree and I've lost 40 pounds, I want a man who's earning 6 figures plus.
No, sir, I don't.
I know I'm in the same show everybody else in the chat room is in. You want him earning at least what you're earning, and you like to not have to work.
I actually have a range I'd like to share if that's okay.
Are you trolling me, ma'am? Are you being serious?
And this is why often people, I even see it in the comments now, like, did somebody pay this person to get on here? No, no one did. These are real people. These are real people that are out in the world and have this deluded, non-practical way of thinking. That she could be nearly 300 pounds. She says she's 220 now, so let's give her 220. That she can be over 220, dress size 16, go out there and get not just a man that is working an honest job or a man that has an honest gig. She wants a man making an exceptional amount of money. Crazy.
Please stop looking in the chat room. I'm honestly asking, are you being serious?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You're delusional. Women your size don't get high value men. Much less women your size who are baby mamas. Much less women who are baby mamas to barbers.
I did have a question I'd like to ask, if that's okay. Would it be unrealistic to want? Well, first of all, I've got the therapist, I've got the trainer, and the dietitian. I would, as far as what I was looking for, like I said, this is kind of like a lower income area. So I had sights on a gentleman earning between 40 to 50K. I know that the role that I'm in, I probably won't be in forever. So 40 to 50K in this area
Man,
gets
that's not what
you
you came on
a,
here talking about. It's not what you came on here
well, I said
talking about.
my
Stop.
hair was,
Stop. It's not what you came on here talking about. You came on here talking about shooting for the moon, landing amongst the stars. You came on here talking about I would love to have a man to where I don't have to work and all this other kind of stuff. Now you're talking like, oh, I'd be all right. Is it reasonable, ma'am? That's why I'm like, are you trolling? Are you being serious?
um, I consider it serious. I've been taking my notes, like you said, and I've
But
got
you're
it
not
here
my
in my
client,
notes.
ma'am. You're not my client, and you're taking notes
Oh,
about
I'm
stuff you don't.
sorry.
You're taking notes from a YouTube show. And as I'm talking to you, ma'am, you are all over the place. The reality of it is, most men don't want to marry baby mamas, much less obese baby mamas. And you
That's
know
true.
good and doggone well, you came on here talking about you want a man who's making enough money to where you don't have to work. And I'm like, what do you see? What I asked you, what do you see men that earn that kind of money with women that are your height and your weight? And you don't. But you're
And
just
we don't see
talking.
them
You're
ever.
just talking. And this is what our culture has done to so many of our women. They just think on the power of sunshine that they can just I can make it happen. And it don't work that way. It does not work
Well,
that.
I
It does
wanted
not
to
work.
get an assessment
No, no, I'm done with nope.
from you. So
Yeah, nope. You just talking. I mean, I'm really sad for this woman because I really believe she believes this. And you still looking in the chat room like, I get it. This is the most attention you've had. You can unmute yourself, but you cannot talk over me.
all right, I'm unmuted. Well, I wanted to kind of share that with you just to get your opinion on it, but I appreciate your input. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. But you are completely on the other side of the moon. And the worst part of it, ma'am, stop looking at YouTube. Turn off YouTube. Turn off YouTube and turn off the comment section. Unmute yourself, Tasha. Please turn off
I'm still
YouTube.
here.
Please turn off YouTube and turn off the comment section.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not looking at the comment section. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. See, what's the longest relationship you've ever had with a man?
That would be with my child's father of 5 years.
I don't know what happened between y'all, but y'all have a legacy. Y'all have a kid together. And ma'am, if you're being serious, it's a chore to talk to you. And the fact that you want to be with a man who, at best, you want to have one more kid, that means you're wanting an ideal, perfect scenario. And it's admirable to say you're willing to do all this stuff, but realistically, if you tap into your logical mind, the last time you were that size was years and years and years ago. And are you going to, even if you lost the weight, could you maintain it? Because you're doing it to get a man. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to go to the next person, but I am going to go to a few more calls. See, there are people in the chat room who are probably cracking up, just busting, but I don't find any of this funny. This is what our culture has done to so many of our women. This is what telling them you the most lit. This is what that prosperity preaching, that telling there's no problem with you, sis. Anybody, that's what all this shit is wrought. A woman who can get to be her height, her weight, and she really can come in and think she can demand that kind of situation. And even if I don't get it, I'm willing to accept a little bit less. And not one thought was for the man that would have to accept that deal. What kind of man would have to accept that? This man has to go out and make himself the man he is, and he will come and get a wife like this. And even if he did accept her height and her weight, he'd have to accept her mentality. Then he'd have to deal with this child. Then he'd have to deal with the baby daddy, who's a barber. And he's what? A higher earner? Dealing with a barber? And what is he getting out of it? No kids. Maybe one. So when you ladies want to sit back and say, oh, that's so mean and so harsh, y'all ain't thinking about the men. You're only listening to what the women want. What would that man have to deal with? He'd have to deal with all that shit. And what these last couple of women have showed that they have not put no thought into the men. And when I mentioned to her, go back and get with your baby, newsflash, black women, your college degree means nothing to men. Your job means nothing to men. You are judged on your looks first. And after you pass the looks, then other things matter. And I know there are women who will sit back and tell you that it's not the truth, but they don't have a penis and they don't have men. They can't help you. The women that are telling you it doesn't matter likely already have a husband or are single AF. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Hello. How are you? Your first name is?
Monique.
Okay. What do you got for me, Monique?
All right. So I'm a little bit nervous, so forgive me for that. So let's see this topic. I'm 40 and divorced, a 40-year-old divorcee. I would like to date and get remarried.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at with things.
You're 40, divorced, and would like to get remarried. Any children?
3 children.
All from the marriage?
Yes.
How long were you guys married?
18 years.
So you got married at 21, 22?
18 years old.
Oh, so you've been
Mhm.
divorced for just a couple of years.
Should be coming up on officially divorced 4 years, but the whole situation 6.
So why'd you guys divorce?
He divorced me.
Or why'd he leave you?
Why did he leave me?
I mean, come on. She should at least know. You should at least know why your marriage ended. But what I always find alarming is when men are the ones that are leaving the marriage. You know, typically it's the woman, and it could be for any reason. But when it's the man, it's almost guaranteed to be 1 or 2 reasons. She was disrespectful, or she was just that unbearable. And do you know how much of an annoyance you have to be in order for a man to say I'm done with the marriage? She had to hit a different type of level of annoyance for that man to go ahead and call it quits.
The grounds. Was there irreconcilable differences?
Irreconcilable differences, yeah.
Is he with another? Is he married to another woman now?
No.
Is he in the same city or state still?
Same city.
So, but you didn't ask him why he's leaving his wife of 18 years?
Well, we'd had some problems. I was sick.
Okay.
I was sick. I got sick. I'd had a major surgery. So I'd been dealing with a condition that had gotten worse over maybe a 5-year period.
Did he state that as a reason why he left you?
That's a reason. I state that on my end as a reason why we had problems, yeah.
What do you mean, sexual problems?
No, we didn't have sexual
Okay, ma'am. I'm
problems.
just trying to understand why. I'm not trying to get all in. Just why'd he leave?
Okay,
You went to
so
my because you want my advice, so you can't hide one hand behind the back and expect the advice to be any good.
I just want to make sure that I'm answering the question and not going off
I just need to
and
know
not
why he left
answering the
you.
question.
Because irreconcilable differences are big. Most guys don't just come in and say, "Hey, we've been together since you're 18. I'm leaving you because you were sick."
We had some events of violence in the relationship,
Okay.
and I was having some anxiety issues about that.
Okay.
And
Now, was
you
it
know,
okay? Was it mutual combat though?
yes.
All right. So, due respect. I have an issue when women come in and talk about violence and they don't talk about their part in it. It's mutual combat.
I'll own my part in it. I was drunk off
But I'm
my
saying,
ass.
ma'am, what I'm saying is, women typically don't come in and own it. You said there was an incidence of violence, and I'm having anxiety, which is leading you into a victim standpoint instead of we had incidents of violence and I was violent to him. That's a different scenario. And it's all relative and it's all germane as you're coming back out onto the dating market. To the men out here, of which I am one, I don't know you. All I know is you're a woman who was married 18 years and divorced. I got to ask questions because I need to know why a woman who's been married for nearly half her life is now divorced and out here dating again.
Mm-hmm.
Any man's going to ask those questions.
Yes, he is.
All right. So you might as well get used to answering them. And especially if you want to get married again, why do you want to get married again?
I feel like I was at my best in a marriage. I reached a lot of my goals, and we had a lovely family, and it confidant and things. So
That's all
yeah,
about you.
I like that.
That's all about you, though.
No, it's not all about me.
No,
I
no,
think I was a good
everything you
wife,
said. What I mean
good
is,
wife and
what
mother.
I said is everything you said is about you. I feel like I was at my best. I did this, and I want a confidant. Okay, well, what is he going to get?
What is he gonna get?
Yes.
And I know that you've covered this and I've thought about this. What is he going to get and what am I willing to give? I'm a caretaker, I'm a giver, I'm compliant. Um, I build a home, keep a home.
Okay,
I'm
so
creative and
I
talented.
got so
I'm
I
a
got to
chef.
ask, so I got to so I always ask this: if he were to sit down with your ex, what would his ex say it was like to be with you?
I've been trying to figure that out for weeks. What would my ex say if he were asked what it's like? He'd say something like, "Man, she crazy."
Okay, ma'am. So if 80% of divorces are filed by women,
Hmm.
what does that tell you? It tells me that it takes extraordinary circumstance for a man to file for divorce.
Exactly. Extraordinary odds that a man will go ahead and file for divorce. And also, 18 years later, listen, of course, it's not fair to just go ahead and put labels on people or stick people with things that don't belong to them, especially when you don't know for sure. But we can almost guarantee that this woman was literally from hell. That man probably thought that she was the devil, how much she was probably doing in that relationship. For a man to leave, of course, yes.
Especially from a nearly 20-year marriage. Men don't typically do that without cause unless he's divorcing that woman and going to another woman. You said he's
He
not.
should not have done that. I didn't think that he would do that.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
He shouldn't have done it.
What do you mean he shouldn't have done it? Divorced you?
He should not. Yeah, he shouldn't have. I
Hold
wish that he
on.
hadn't.
Oh, hold on. Now it's starting to come out. Why do you say he should not have done it?
Because I look at it now and the issues that we had on the grand scheme of things was a blip in time and could have been worked through.
Did you ask him that?
No.
Oh, see, that's my point, man. You just said this man who divorced me, knowing that it takes a lot for men to walk away from his wife and children, saying he shouldn't have did it. I don't know if you understand, but you've put all this out. He didn't come in saying the combat was mutual. It was a violence and I had anxiety. But when you start talking about him divorcing you, it's that was small. Apparently not, ma'am. He divorced you for it.
No, it was definitely a blow up, and it would have taken some work and some time.
No, that's your opinion.
That's my opinion, definitely.
That's your opinion. To him, it was worth leaving you. And see, what you have not done is validated his reason for leaving you. You keep undermining his. It's like, well, it's not that big. Okay, let me switch the circumstance. Okay, let's do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
He's having extramarital affairs with women. And you can't hold on.
Yes,
No.
Yes,
Oh,
was.
no, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, that's a trigger. Yeah. Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to get worse. You're to my line. Okay. One thing I do not like is when women decide to raise their voice and talk over me. That won't work, ma'am. I'm just giving you a scenario. Were you faithful to him?
Yes.
All right. And if he had been cheating on you and repeatedly, and you found out about it, and he tried to tell you, really, this is no big deal. We could work through it. And you decided to divorce him because of the rampant infidelity and no remorse for it, you would not think that's so small.
I agree.
So use that same logic when he left you. What you're saying is just a blip was not a blip. He had 20 years invested in this marriage too. He had 3 kids invested in this marriage too. Think it was just easy for him to say, oh, well, I'll just end this. You didn't think about it that way, did you?
No, and no one has ever said this to me.
Well, I would imagine because you're not. I would imagine it's because you're probably a little hard to talk to. Has anyone ever told you that?
No.
Do you have many female friends?
Yes.
Are they married or single?
Both.
The majority of them are married or single?
The majority of my friends are married.
Okay. So when you were served with divorce papers, where'd you get them?
In the mail.
Where you got them in the mail?
At home.
Where was he?
In the rental, in the investment property.
So you guys weren't living together?
No.
How long had you guys been living separately?
3.5 months.
In the 3.5 months, were you actively trying to reconcile and get your husband back in the house? Actively?
No.
Exactly. So when he finally said, okay, and hit you with papers, what was the first thing you did when you got those papers? What was your first interaction with him?
Let me think about that.
You went, the process server knocked on the door, asked you your name, and gave you the papers. Right?
Well, it doesn't go like that. They came like regular mail, so I'm
all right. But
putting myself
okay, but
back
when you got them, you opened them up, and you didn't say, "Ooh, great, I got a coupon."
It makes my heart stop to think about it now.
But what did you do when you got it? Did you call him? Did you go to the house?
Neither. No,
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
All right. When was the first time you actually interacted with him next?
May have been court, which
Oh, okay.
was some weeks away.
Right. So 3.5 months, you did nothing to try to resolve your marriage. You got served, and the next time you saw him was in court.
I didn't know. I did not know what to do.
Oh, so
I didn't know what to say.
no.
Okay, well,
Oh
okay, I'll
no,
take it back.
no,
I take it
no.
back. I know I
No.
could have.
She knows she messed up. Once she said that, she's like, ah, damn, Kevin caught that. He caught it. Now I know I will be checked here. But here's the thing. We've gotten to the point now where women don't even see the need in trying to even fight for their marriage. She's probably emasculated this man, treated this man like a piece of you know what, a POS. And then is sitting here confused as to why he pulled the fundamental trigger. She mentioned earlier, I wish he didn't do that. Well, of course, like look, when you seen this man for the first time in 3 months, you didn't say anything. You decided to carry on because you think highly of yourself. You were the one that was leading that relationship, and you also let it into the ground. See, that's the thing. For a lot of women that want to sit here and lead their relationship, the only thing you are leading it into is failure. Think about it. Any single time a woman has led a relationship, she will lead it to failure because she will try to change everything about it and think that's what she actually wants until the results has set in. And then when she turns around and looks, she's now upset at you for you allowing her to manipulate you and to manipulate the situation, and now she's not happy. Take notes.
No.
I'll take it back.
No.
I'll own it.
You see how you came in on this? You say you did. Your husband's living outside the home. That's a problem. And he didn't go out there because the marriage was great. And did you do anything to try to resolve it or fix it? No. He had to go file for divorce, which is like women do that 4 times more often than men. Sounds to me like he was pushed. He had no choices because his wife doesn't sound like she was very responsive. Then when you did file, you got it in the mail and you didn't even make a phone call or drive over to the property and say, what? Baby, no, I don't want a divorce. This is a blip. We can fix this. You just said, fuck it, I'll see you in court.
I was sick, Kevin. I was sick.
Yeah.
I was. I really was.
Okay, so you mean to tell me you didn't make a phone call to anybody from that point? So you were sick? Okay, ma'am, you were sick.
I was
no, ma'am, you were so no, you were so no, ma'am, no, you were sick. So that means you didn't talk to a friend, a family member, a coworker, anybody. You were mute from the day you got those papers to the day you went to court because you were deathly ill.
I let my mom know when the court
right.
date was.
The answer is yes or no. For weeks you didn't talk to nobody.
No.
Exactly.
I did not talk to nobody.
Right. So miss me with the I was sick.
Now that doesn't have anything to do with having talked to anybody.
All right. Well, here's the bottom line, man. Let me tell you what I'm getting from this. You have spent your life with one man. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And typically that does not make either one of you fit for anybody else out here. I asked you why your husband left, and you danced around it. But if he filed, and if you did, you want a divorce?
No,
Then what did you do to fight for your marriage?
I did not
Nothing.
fight for my
Nothing.
marriage.
Nothing. And that's exact. Thank you. So now what we get is we hear the other side. We always hear about what black men don't do, and you just said it. He did. He shouldn't have filed. He shouldn't have. Yes, he should have, because his wife wasn't. You quit. You quit on him. He's moved outside the house. You
I
quit.
definitely checked out.
Exactly. So when I hear a woman say that he should have did this, he should have did that, I'm like, the nerve of you, man. He was with you for almost 2 decades, and you didn't even fight for your marriage, but yet you women always tell men we need to fight. You'll probably fought me more in this conversation than you did for your marriage at this time frame. Take that as a lesson that you know how to fight. Whatever happened, have you apologized to him for your part?
No. We don't talk. We haven't talked. We talk more as if the last year or so than we have the last 4 or 5. But no, we don't.
No, ma'am.
Stand
No,
in the same
ma'am.
space
No,
and
ma'am. No, ma'am.
I don't.
No,
stand
ma'am.
in the
No,
same space.
ma'am.
I don't say anything.
Who do you think you're talking to? See, now it's starting to come. Now it's starting to come out. Now she's triggered. Now it's starting to come out. You didn't fight for your marriage.
Mm-mm.
All right. So I'm saying this is not a matter of dating. You don't need to be dating anybody.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, man, but nobody.
And
okay.
that's why I'm not.
How many children do you? And what's your
house.
youngest child?
19.
All right. Is that your youngest?
My oldest is 24.
And you're how old?
40.
You start having babies at 15?
Yes. With my ex-husband.
What? This lady was. This lady was cooking something in the oven at 15. That's crazy. That is crazy. At 15, pushing out babies. Insane. Insane. I'm speechless. Let's just play this.
You need therapy, and you need to go get your husband back, and y'all need to go live in y'all's mushroom together. I'm not laughing. I'm dead ass.
You are dead ass, and that's one of those laughs that's happening.
I'm not, no, I'm dead ass. 15, 16 years old. What the heck? You no, don't be coming out trying to date nobody else. See, you have your partner. You ladies forget you got a partner marriage too. And I have met far too many women, sisters in particular, divorcees, who talk this stuff. I didn't want a divorce. I wish I hadn't got a divorce. But when it was going on, you throw your hands up in there and don't do nothing. And even to this date, you said you have not apologized to him for your part. What are you waiting on him to come apologize to you?
On one hand, gosh.
Well,
a lot went on.
Well, all right. Well,
Listen, she is drunk off cigarettes and high off of beer. If she believes that the man that divorced her is going to come back and apologize, you need to be the one apologizing. That man left for a reason. You need to figure out whatever that reason is, and you need to apologize for it. But even in these situations, again, no accountability. They don't want to they don't want to have any responsibility. What are you supposed to do with that?
Hey, man, the world does not owe you understanding, man. A lot went on, so a lot went on. I grant a lot went on. what do you think? You're going to take that out to the open dating market? You think a stranger wants to hear all this?
Oh no, absolutely
Well, but
not.
that's the thing, ma'am. I need you to understand. You have not processed this. So any man that's in your proximity, you're going to contaminate him with this. Therapy,
And I definitely don't want that.
therapy, because you need to own your part of this. And I often tell women to go back to their spouses, because you sound like you didn't want a divorce. Then you should have fought for it. And if he's not married, you may be lucky. He may, does he, so obviously you guys never talked about reconciling.
About 3 weeks ago, he pulled a stunt on me.
I just need to know if you have or not, ma'am.
I said, after he told me, after he said what he said, I told him I'm moving in and I'm not going to let you go through this alone.
Right. So in other words, you're still too goddamn prideful. All I'm hearing is pride. Let me help you out, sis. I need you to look straight forward. Okay? Now I need you to look down about 90 degrees. And between your hips,
Which way?
90 degrees down towards the ground. And between your hips and your feet, on this thing called a leg, there are some things called knees. Okay? I need you to get on them and crawl back to your husband and apologize and beg him to take you back and promise him you'll act right when you do. And if there's broken glass, kerosene, and fire, make it even better. Check your pride at the door and go get your husband.
Yeah, because it's not, there was no plan. It's not,
You're
this
welcome.
is not great. It's not great. Thank you, Kevin. Hey.
I mean, seriously though, I mean, 20 years of marriage? Come on, man. Y'all ain't here for nothing.
Man, shout out to Kevin. What I love more than anything is that he always advocated, especially for people that were married. Go get back with that person. You've created so many memories. You've spent so much time. You've had countless of children. Go back, make it right, get it together. Because not only is there not anything else out here for you, you would have wished you went back sooner. Shout out to Kevin. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. Share this video. Go over to Kevin Samuel's channel. Let's keep the Godfather's name alive. Go support his videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.